Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our series on Talks at Google. I am Dimple Batra, Senior Program Manager working with the Google Workspace team, and today I'm hosting Anand Malligavad, who is known as a man of lake rejuvenation in Bangalore. India is suffering from an ongoing water crisis which affects over 1 million people each year. We have only 4% of the world's freshwater resources for a population of 1.3 billion. The city of Bangalore once had 280 plus lakes, most of which have vanished due to encroachment and construction activity for urban infrastructure expansion. As per a report, in 2017, Bangalore had only 4 lakes which were in good condition. The others had either dried up, encroached, or polluted. Since 2017, Anand has been working tirelessly to restore lakes in the city of their old glory. He has already revived 8 lakes and plans to get to 45 by 2025. Let's hear from him about his journey. Hello, Anand.
Hello. Thank you.
So, Anand, let's get started. Tell us a little about yourself in terms of how did you really get started with the Bangalore Lake Conservation social cause? What led you to starting this and initiating this?
I seen Bangalore from 1996, and it was a rich, like surplus water city. Over a period of time, like by 2015, uh, almost we have reached the level of, all the borewells from 100 feet, they reached about 700,000 feet. And one day I read an article. Uh, So I understood that after the Cape Town, South Africa, Bangalore will become a zero water city. Not only Bangalore by 2025, countries, like 21 cities by 2020, they will go zero water. Then it made me to think about, it's going in a wrong way, as well as when I studied about, like a Bangalore scenario, there are no much, rivers or something like that. Bangalore require about 1,450 million liters water, which we are depending upon Mysore dam, which we pump about 8th stage from the 180 kilometers, and we are catering. It is not even full city. It is about core city of Bangalore, which is about 30-40%. And if you see all the four rivers like Arkavati and Kumudavati and all, they're all become drainage, and there is no fresh water in the lake, as well as like I was just thinking, if it becomes zero water, how people will going to live here without water, without air, and it can become like a like a waste city. So then I thought of educating people like rainwater harvesting and other thing. I thought it is a very less time. So Bangalore was, as you mentioned, lake city, and
Yes.
these are all the lakes where they recharge underground, like confined and unconfined aquifers. And also, you see in recent days a lot of floods. Like a low-lying area is got filled up water, and people are cleaning the water in the house and all. Small rains. Bangalore has a very good rain, like from 900 millimeters to 1,350 millimeters rain we receive every year. There is no rain issue at all. But whatever rain falls, we have filled up about 90% of the city with a concrete jungle. We closed most of the lakes, and the entire water is not percolating into earth. It's going to, like streams and drainages, and they're choking everything. So then, in the 2016 to 17, I did a research of about lakes, Bangalore lakes. I visited about 100, lakes, and I seen the scenario. They're all in pathetic condition. But subsequently, when I visited, I learned a lot of things about Bangalore lakes. like a Kempegowda, 500 years back, he built about 500 to 600 lakes where, he beautifully interconnected. So because of urbanization, we have destroyed that. Now I started thinking of interconnecting them and bringing back those ancient glory. So this is how journey started from 2017.
Very nice to learn the amount of research and amount of work you've put into understanding the situation and felt that pain to kind of continue your research and know about it. But tell us about your experience when you set out to fixing the first lake. This was the
Yeah.
36-acre body Kyalarsanahali Lake near
Yes.
Anikai.
Yeah.
So tell us about
Yeah.
that first
Yeah.
experience of cleaning that lake.
See, only for creating awareness and bringing people into this, I don't think we have much time. So I decided to go for one of the model lake, which I see. Biggest issue is governments are rejuvenating, other than few corporates are rejuvenating because of huge cost encroachment. It required about years to gather time, and people don't get into it. So I worked out in such a way that where I can rejuvenate a lake in a 60 days, where I can rejuvenate 36-acre lake. Other stakeholders are spending about 15 crores, where I can bring in a less cost as much as 1 crore. So I brought, such a design and other things I worked out. End of the day, who will fund for them? Then I approached my company. I am working with Sansera Engineering Limited, which is automotive and aerospace, as a group head of projects, and I was also responsible for CSR. So then I decided to, approach management. Even my management were interested in environmental projects. So end of the day, when I approached them, they were doubting that, like 15, 16 crores project, how can you do it in 1 crore? And years together, people take a time. How can you do it in a 60 days? So then I shown them my research document, my proposals, everything. Then finally, I took them into confidence. It took about 2 to 3 months. Then I signed a documents with government, and it is a biggest, headache. Going to authorities, and they are not believing. They were not even fond of what we are doing. And I convinced somehow governments and took a approval, and convinced management, took a funds. As well as next, my journey was, I reached village. I reached Kalasanadi village. I visited about 450 houses, from kids to middle age, old age. Everybody, I met them. About 5 hours I took. And as a politician, I went to each and every home, and I asked them that I am here to rejuvenate your lake. Like 30 years, it is a dry, and it has become dump and a filthy area. And a lot of industrial waste people are dumping in. And there was no single drop of water in the lake. So I told them that I need your support. I need your, encouragement to do this lake. And also I mentioned them that this is what corporate funding we are using it. This is Sansara is supporting me, and I designed everything. Then April 20th, we started rejuvenation of that lake, 2017. By June 5th, I could able to remove about. I used about 4 earthmower, 6 trucks, and one JCB, about 5-10 laborers. And we continuously worked about 12 hours, and we could able to remove about 460,000 cubic meter of mud from the earth. And also we have created about 3 kilometers, a ring bund, which we call as a walking track. And we created about 5 islands out of that. So it was ready in a 45 days, with the budget of, 95 lakhs. And after June 5th, then we planted about 1,000, with the help of 1,600 volunteers. We planted about 18,000 saplings. So now that lake is become, a beautiful place. It is happened with the help of corporates, with the help of, citizens of villages, and a lot of techies who joined for, as a volunteer. So this is how this lake is now, with a full of water. And a lot of fishes are there, birds are there, forests are growing. So this is my first lake experience.
Extremely inspiring, and there is so many much more that you have done. This was just your first project. We should see
Yes.
those pictures of your work, Anand, and
Okay.
how these lakes, changed their before and after picture. So,
Yeah.
could we have the slide of the lakes that Anand has worked on? Yes, and one can easily see the picture of the lakes before and how they got converted into. Moving on, yes, they look so beautiful. There's so much of greenery around it, Anand, and it's so inspiring to see the one man who has been able to make it possible. To the next slide, we're talking about the Kya Lasanahalli lake that you talked about,
Yes.
your first lake. And it looks
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
beautiful, so green.
Yeah.
And this was all done with your inspiration and your drive. And the next lake
Yes.
the next lake that you took over was
Yeah.
Vabasandra.
Wa Wabasandra Lake. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit
So,
about that.
yeah. When I when I did a Calisnari Lake, that time I did not plan for too many lakes, or I did not had a bigger vision. I was thinking that since this lake I was driving in the bed last 6 7 years, instead of going to stranger lake, stranger place, let me take a nearby place so that I know about people, his surrounding, and other thing. Right? When this lake I rejuvenated, June 5th World Environment Day, with the help of about 1,800 uh, people, we planted about thousands of saplings. So that time, June 5th, when we completed September till September 2017, there were no single drop of water. In the history of Bangalore, in the September first week, we received a huge rain, and that Calisnari lake got filled up fully. And once it is filled up fully, then a lot of people started visiting. And with the help of Setris Environmental Trust, one of the NGO, where we planted all these trees, we created a forest. So these then Setris got exposure to HP, Hewlett Packard. Then they started proposing that we want to do one lake. We want to rejuvenate one lake with their CSR funding. Then Setris come back and told me that HP wants to do one lake. Which lake we will do? Then I started thinking that why can't we do upstream lake, which is above Calisnari Lake, is a Wabsandra. Wabsandra is about 9 acres lake, and by that time it was 2018 April. Then we took up that lake. When Kalisnali got filled up, even Wabsandra also got filled up fully. End of the day, here in Kalisnali, everything was new. I supposed to put from scratch, and I supposed to build a people confidence, and my experience working with lake, lot many things cost everything. But here there were no such challengings, because surrounding villages, they knew that I can do lake in a best condition. So here again I went to each and every house and I took them into confidence. But challenge was full of lake, which I supposed to release the water. Once we release the water, then again we don't have guarantee that next year rain will come and it can fill up. So that was the challenging. Then villagers also said that, sir, you release the water and you can rejuvenate the lake. But I took one extra step ahead, and without releasing single drop of water, about 230,000 cubic meter water were there, about 70%. Rest of the 30% area were empty. And I dug up there slowly, gravity wise, I moved one by one, one by one. Without releasing single drop of water, I could able to rejuvenate this lake also. So it took about again, 50 to 52 days, and less than 1 crore, and we could able to remove about 240,000 cubic meter of mud from there. I created only one island, because in Calisnali already there are 5 islands which designed for each different birds, and also we created here also forest. In Calisnali and here, there are three Miyawaki forests, which Akira Miyawaki, concept of forest, which are native species of plants. This forest grows 10 times faster, 30 times denser, and it will be always 100% green every whole year. And it attracts a lot of birds, bees, butterflies. So, Bangalore's highest Miyawaki forest of about 5,000 saplings into 3 Miyawaki is between these two lakes. So here, if you see, 60% water body, 40%, native species of forests available around the lake. So we thought that, forest also recharge water, it keep,
Yes.
like a soil moist, so that lakes will not get dry. So So this is my second lake.
That's
I could able
that's
to finish it in
amazing.
a recorded time and recorded cost. Yeah,
Awesome. And the timelines are
yeah,
really aggressive. And so your next lake
yeah.
was Konasandra?
Yeah, yeah. So when I did the Kalasnali and Vabsandra in 2017 and 18, then again this is a one more area lake in a Anekal Taluk same. It is a one more area lake. This was in a worse than Bellandur and Vartur lakes. And Bellandur and Vartur lakes are very famous for frothing and burning. It was
Yes.
much beyond that. It was in a such a pathetic condition. It became a gel type of lake. Surrounding villagers, about 5-7 villages, they were doing a lot of protest and other thing because in their borewells they used to get huge chemicals in their borewells, different colors in the borewells. Reason is this lake is in a Jigani industrial area. If you just Google like a Konasandra Lake, you will find a lot of toxic reports about it. Most of the companies are pharmaceutical, granite, like mechanical industries. They were leaving a lot of sewage into it, like effluents into it. Most of the time, always message was like fishes are died. This is happened. That is happened. Then Haikal Pharma Limited, one of the company, after seeing my these two lakes, they approached me. Then they were asking for rejuvenating this lake in a quick manner. So then when I visited this lake, I was also thinking that it's not possible in a recorded time, cost and all. But still, I did not take my step back. I took this lake also in a challenging way. In 2019, same 65 days, less than 80 lakhs, this 16 acres lake, by adding, separating, you can see in the picture, there is a rainwater lake separate, which is a catchment. Then there is a sewage and effluent water is separate. I did not go for, like a STP or ETP, which are high investments. And every month you need to spend a lot of money for chemicals, electricity bill and all. And you should have a dedicated operator. I used natural silt trap in the earth, and I used boulders to trap plastic, thermocol, PET bottles, and all. And also I used boulder, jelly, sand, and coal and aquatic plants to remove biomass as well as consume the nutrients which are existing in the water. So once this rainwater lake is full, this treated water and both they will go out to next lake. Once rainwater lake is dry, then this by gravity it will going to join rainwater lake. So this way, this lake also I rejuvenated with the help of Haikal Pharma Limited and surrounding villagers. So we completed recorded time, recorded cost of same like 50 to 60 days. With the less than 1 crore, we could able to rejuvenate, and we planted a lot of trees all around so that flora and fauna is maintained here. Yeah,
Very inspiring, Anand. Gavi,
yeah, yeah.
tell us a
So
little
it
bit
is my
about the
fourth
Gavi
lake.
Lake. Yes.
Yeah, so those three lakes I did with a corporate help, but this lake I tried with a crowdfunding. Like Better India, there is one web portal. They written an article about me, like man behind lakes, something like that. Single-handedly, this techie revived lake. So this becomes so viral, and after that, a lot of people read, and Better India said that why can't we work together? I said, fine, fantastic. So we formed like Lake Revivers Collective, Save India one lake at a time. Like we started focusing across the country to take care of 21 cities which are going zero water. With that campaign, we went for crowdfunding in a Milap platform, and with less than 17 less than about 27 days, we could able to raise about 17 lakhs money. And this
Very
lake is
nice.
Kalasnali above Wabsandra above catchment lake. This is the first lake where water collects, Gavi. It is about 3 acres, 3.5 acres. From Gavi to it overflows to Wabsandra to it overflows to Kalasnali. Then I started dreaming about stream of the lakes. Like each stream, like there are 11 streams, like this 4, 3, 2, like that. So then I systematic way of like rejuvenating the lakes I started. So this lake is crowdfunded lake. Again, less than 30 days, less than 17 lakhs. I created this lake as a step well concept. Like our ancestor, they used to create a step wells. Same way it is created. Each step there are a lot of aquatic plants and other thing. So out of these 3 lakes, I could able to clear the encroachment of about 12 to 15 acres encroachment I could able to clear without any government support or anything, by talking to people and farmers around, and I educated them that, see, these are all the help we got from you, support we got from you. So these lakes are become full of water and full of greenery, and also surrounding farmers in their bore wells and wells, they started getting little bit water, and they have a nice place. So they slowly started supporting me, and I cleared the encroachment. So this is called stream one. In stream one, Gavi, then Wabsandra, Kalasnari, then one more lake I am planning now, that is called Bande Nelsandra. Once I rejuvenate these lakes, then it goes to one big lake called 900-acre lake called Hennagara, which Hennagara I am planning in a 2026. So this is the story of Gavi Lake. Yeah.
Very well planned. Tell us a little bit about Mane.
Okay. Yeah. So this is my fifth lake, Mane. This is near Bannerghatta National Park. All are in Anekal Tanuk. They're all in Zone 1. This particular lake is belongs to one of the private party. So they sacrificed this lake, about 50, 70 years back to nature, because there are a lot of elephant comes here, deer comes here, lot of wild animals. So they created for drinking water for that lake, and over a period of time it got filled up with silt and other thing, and this there were no water holding capacity. This lake with the and everybody is also thinking that Anand is alone creating lake. I don't think there's a he can replicate, and they are a sustainable model, or anybody can create a lake. That was the public opinion. So what I did is I took a help of about 5 students, 4 girls, 1 boy of 8th standard. Then I trained them how to do crowdfunding, so how to rejuvenate the lake, and I teach them over a period of time, like about they took about 25 days, 30 days. They collected about 8.5 lakh rupees. This 5
Very
acres
nice.
lake, I broken my Gavi lake record of 17 lakhs. Again, here in the 8.5 lakhs, with the help of kids, I rejuvenated this lake in again 20-27 days. And we started this lake in November. By December, this lake is ready. And by this monsoon, this photo is taken very latest. This full of capacity lake got filled up this June. So you can also see one small well there, and it is having a full of water. So
Yes.
this lake is meant for like a wildlife, animals drinking water, so that next 2-3 years there is no issue. So this is how we created this lake.
Very inspiring, Anand. You've even inspired little
Yeah.
children. The future are the
Yes.
very future of our world to
Yeah. In
do
this
such social
particular,
causes.
yeah, in this
Tell us
particular
about
lake,
Nanjapura.
these kids,
Yes.
yeah, these kids went to United Nations. They presented this lake journey in front of 180 countries. They also met Mr. Syed Akbaruddin, and he given about 1 hour's time, because they are the youngest lake revivers, and they explained and come back. That is the one of the proudness about this lake. And this is my sixth lake, Nanjapura, with the help of Setris Environmental Trust. They brought one of the lake like Wabsandra. After the Wabsandra, then they were asking me to work with one of the lake. They brought Intel Corporation. Intel Corporation out of US, any water body project that is in Bangalore. This is the first lake of Intel. So Intel came to us with the help of Setris, and we started this in a pandemic time, like February 12th. I started this lake. By the time March 23, when pandemic, all lockdowns are taken place, I did about 30% of the lake. Then I decided to continue my journey by taking all the precautions, because if I do off cook off by lake, and the end of the day, suddenly rain season start. We also did not know when pandemic will going to like COVID, when it will going to stop. Then we continuously talked to administration, and we took their help, and we maintained all the protocols like safety and other precautions and all. And with the help of about 6 earth movers, like 5-6 trucks, we continued work. We removed about like 3 lakh 50,000 cubic meter of mud, and we created all the bunds. And successfully by July 15th, we could able to plant about 4,500 saplings over here. And this lake, if you see, It is a complete fine-tuned lake. Like each lake, I have created a different patterns, and none of them are copy paste, because based on the geography, based on the soil conditions, surrounding places, and based on the water catchments, I designed the lake. This lake surrounding, there are plenty of people who graze. This lake were for a grazing purpose, but end of the day, I filled up full of water. Then there will not be grass for the cows and cattle. So this entire surrounding lake slopes I created in such a way, that natural way. There we planted lot of like artificial grass, where they cut and they can take it to their home. So it is helpful for the dairy farming. Yeah. So this way, here also there were a little bit encroachment, about 2-3 acres we cleared, and with the about 1 plus crores, with the 60-65 days, and we could able to complete entire lake.
Nice. Tell us about your
Yeah.
seventh lake, Harosiddapura.
Yeah. Yeah, Harosiddapura. This particular lake is the lake where surrounding full of like a builder's place is there, and this was very nice lake about 5 years back. Over a period of time, because of these apartments and all, they started connecting sewage into it, and about 10 feet sewage were in this lake, and it was horrible. Like you can't even move around. It was with the full algal blooms and all. So one of the neighbor, there is a Green Wisdom School that is called Bhumi College. Bhumi College, they tried to rejuvenate this lake from last 5 to 6 years continuously. They created a lot of documentation, approach to government authorities, surrounding communities and all. They could not able to do it because of there were no huge support. Then they read about my article. They called me. Then when I visited, this lake were in pathetic condition. Then I promised them that I can rejuvenate this lake in a less than 50-60 days. And again, 36-acre lake of Kalasnalli, I rejuvenated in a 95 lakhs. But this lake, again, I broken my own record. Less than 45 lakes, we could able to de-seed, and we could able to create complete, bunch stunting, everything. And here, I have created a natural biological sewage treatment system, which here about zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6 mld of sewage entering into lake without electricity, without STP or anything. Again, I used different technique, means much advanced than Konsandra. So this lake is getting purified without any chemicals, electricity operator naturally. So
Excellent.
this lake also, we did it in a pandemic. I started from January 27th. By July 5th, this lake, entire lake, we could able to rejuvenate with the help of Bhumi network, with the help of surrounding villagers. They supported a lot for me, and we took a help of NCC, national NCC. We took a help of army officials. They also supported a lot for this lake, and this lake is having now at least 60% of water, which is coming sewage. They are converting into better water. You will find a lot of birds, flora, fauna here.
That's beautiful. This is your eighth lake. Tell us a little bit about
Yes,
that, Anand.
yeah. This lake is called. My smallest lake was 3.5 acres. Then my biggest lake is 47 acres, and this lake is near Electronic City, above the 4 lakes catchment of Harosiddapura. This 47 acres lake called Chiknagmangla. We started from July 27 with the help of Sri Kiran Majumdar Shah, who is a chairperson of Biocon, and she is doing this project with a philanthropy. I met her June 5th on World Environment Day. She said that I wanted to rejuvenate this lake. I wanted to create water body. Then she said that if you do it, this lake in a less than 90 days, then we want to work with you, and I'll see that you will do more lakes. So July first week we started this lake. Now almost within 90 days, we could able to clear about more than about 10 lakh cubic meter of mud. We created about 4 kilometer bunds, and also there were here biggest challenge was there that this lake did not have a water at all, single drop water, and full of forest department. They filled with trees, because empty area, if you keep people will misuse, and they dump and all. So here challenging was like without killing trees, what the department is planted. we should rejuvenate the lake. And also, we do not want to reduce the water holding capacity by creating islands, but we balance both. We created more deeper. This lake can take about 11 lakh cubic meter of water. We have created in such a depth that surrounding people are telling that it is a reservoir, not a lake. So about 20 to 30 feet deep, we have created a lake. And we only remove the invasive plants like juliflora, like eucalyptus and all. Other rest of all the trees, we created small island. So it will become Bangalore's one of the Pattaya. So over a period of time. So this lake work is in a progress, and we are almost in a final stage now.
This is so inspiring, Anand. This is so inspiring. You've inspired people around you. You've inspired organizations around you. You've inspired children around you.
Yes.
And you continue
Yes.
your drive towards cleaning lakes. Tell us what are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced across doing all of these lakes? Something that has always been in your
Yeah.
mind
Yeah.
as one of
Yeah.
the biggest challenge that you faced.
Yeah. Biggest challenge is bringing surrounding community into your mindset. See, lake rejuvenation itself a new phenomena for individuals or corporates. Like most of the lakes are rejuvenated by governments, authorities, right? So convincing them and bringing them into, because if you rejuvenate the lake and go off, it'll not be sustainable lake. You have to engage community. They are the people who is a beneficiary. They are the people who has to take care of this lake, right? So I am the guy. Lakes are here from thousands of years. It's going to be here thousands of years. End of the day, sustainable lakes we have to create. There should not be any expenses, a monthly occurrence, and also water quality has to be good, and then only aquatic life will be good. Then birds will come. Then that entire ecological system will develop, right? So for that, we need a lot of cooperation from the surrounding villages and clearing the encroachment from the people. Like, see, you have about 100 people, all are not encroachers. About 5-10 people are encroached. And there are a lot of political pressures and a lot of mafias, builders, all those things going against and fighting against them and convincing them and bringing back our, like a property. That is the biggest challenge. Second is biggest problem is bringing the funds into such projects. See, these are all the projects where they will take years together to give a results, right? But convincing corporates, bringing them into platform, and getting the approvals also biggest headache. Like a lot of people, like authorities and all, they will not have faith. Of course, now I have done few lakes, and they have got faith on me that this guy can do better lakes without any disturbance or without spoiling ecology and biodiversity, or non-technically is not doing it. He's doing it perfect. And also all community, is engaging and safe. But earlier days, I had a big headache for getting the approvals. So not only this, I'm maintaining this lake for next 5 to 10 years. Like, these are all the baby lakes, like 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, like that lakes. And to get sustainable, to get a proper culture of surrounding people, like, suddenly people, we planted a lot of trees, they do grazing. I have to fight, I have to educate them, a lot of things. And some people will dump something, some people will come as a tourist, they throw plastics and all. So to maintain this is a big challenging, and which we did not run away from the lake, that after rejuvenation we are still continuing. And also I created a lot of community groups each lake, like 5-10 villagers. We given them certain in charges, like you have to take care of forest, you have to take care of water body, you have to take care of vandalism, you have to take care of some new set. So I'm continuously in touch with these people and trying to meet them monthly, weekly, whenever problem is there. So they're all, like slowly they are also getting more interest about lakes. They are getting more maturity. They are also slowly, trying to protect this lake. So biggest challenge is that one is getting approval, bringing community into it, then maintaining after the rejuvenation,
Yes.
and also getting the approvals. So now there are a lot of people now, no more single Anand. There are a lot of people with me who is supporting and helping. Yeah.
You've talked a little bit about the fact that after rejuvenating a lake, there is the biggest challenge is about how do you maintain it, because you don't want to let go. But tell us a little bit about how do you plan to scale this initiative? I know you're going to achieve 45 lakes by 2025, but how will you scale it even further? And where do you think organizations like Google can help you in these initiatives? Where do you think individuals can help you in this initiative?
Yeah. So basically, 2017 I did one lake, 18 I did one lake, 19 I did two lakes, 20 I did four lakes. Now another two I'm working on. So almost I'm going to touch about 10 lakes. Not only me doing it, another two lakes I have supported a police department. For example, I involved police department, and they also inspired, and they brought payroll criminals and all. They rejuvenated one small lake that is about Harpnadi Lake, and another small industries, small entrepreneurs and all who can invest 1 lakh, 10 lakh, or 10,000, 20,000. We created one more lake called Kalbalu Lake. Gram Panchayat people we involved, surrounding citizens we involved, lot of green leaders we involved. We did one more lake. So similar way, now if you see, I am talking to a lot of people like Better India. I told you initiative like Lake Revivers Collective, Save India, one lake at a time. So slowly this message spread across the country, across the planet. Hundreds of countries people knows about this kind of initiative, and they are in touch with me through social media and mails and other thing. So also a lot of corporates, they are coming forward now. So they says that we wanted to take one lake like that. So I think next year by 2021 I can touch about 50% of the lake. That is the hope I have got, because so many corporates, which I cannot disclose the name in a public forum, they're all in touch with us, and they are telling that 5 lake, 2 lake, 3 lake, they are committing. So if it is materialized, it is going to spread. That is one side. Another side, not only I am alone doing it, I am creating and sharing my successful stories, my experience of the lakes. Through, I am conducting a lot of workshops, like lake workshops I am conducting. There are people, and we don't charge anyone any single rupee. In fact, from February 19, 2020, till that I was on 2019, I was on job and rejuvenated 3 lakes. Now I left my job. About 16 to 18 hours, I dedicated my life to these lakes, right? So I am no more working. I am fully focusing on only lake. Up to 2025, I'll not going to work. I'll not have any modules. So to achieve these 45 lakes, I am creating a lot of teams. Like I'm going for webinar. I'm going to colleges, schools, institutions, like clubs, like Rotary Club, and such people. I am taking their support, and also I am trying to tell them how you can do lakes in a less cost, less time, and a ecological way and sustainable way, and how you can engage the community. I'm trying to share my full of experience, so that across the country, across the 21 cities where they're going zero water, we will have big team with me. Whereas I can, each individual's got their own capacities, right? So maybe what much time I took and what cost I have done, maybe there are people who can do less than this. So I have a hope on it. So a lot of youngsters, youths, middle-aged, and other corporates, they're in touch with me, and also who are already into lake rejuvenation, I am also in touch with them. So see that we'll work with our governments, we'll work with NGOs, we'll work with youths and corporates. See that across the country we will have a surplus water. So by 2020, at least 2030, at least out of 21 cities, can we save about 11 to 15 cities that where they will not go zero water. That is the thing. And if nature helps, if 5 elements helps across the planet, we wanted to work and see that we will have a surplus water in our planet. That is the whole aim.
Thank you so much, Anand. I would request the audience to start posting their live questions in the YouTube chat, and while we take the last question with Anand, we are happy to take the questions from audience after that. So Anand, tell us, what would you say to others to motivate them to take on such community changing initiatives like you have? I'm sure you do that in your workshop also.
Yeah.
But tell us over here,
Yeah.
what would you say to the public that's watching you right now to
Yeah.
motivate
Yeah.
them on taking on such community
Yeah.
changing initiatives?
Yes. First thing, as an individual, start dreaming and never give up. It is all possible. See, I'm the guy who came from village. I'm not a Bangalore localite. I came from 450-kilometer North Karnataka. I born in a small, tiny village, and without having any resources, I could able to do something because I'm focusing on it. See, if you focus on it without losing hope, if you start working and be positive, be powerful within you, so that you can create a powerful thousands of people, across the country. See, today I'm sitting in a Google platform where I feel very proud and happy that, you know, these are all the qualities which they brought into this kind of platform. And also, if you want to contribute something to environment, start within you. See, respect water, from morning brush, when you start brush till go back to bed, start respecting water and consuming them. And that is the biggest achievement, biggest contribution, because 130 crore people, 1.3 billion people are there in country like India. 7.8 billion people are there across the planet. If you start saving 1 liter, just imagine where we will be. Second thing, you inspire your surrounding family, your relatives, everybody, that they save water, they respect nature and water. And the third thing, if you feel still stronger, create a team and start doing rainwater harvesting. Like whatever water falls on your roof, start putting into your tank, start consuming it, so that you will reduce, extracting water from the ground. Again, fourth, if you think, you start percolating in your area only, it should not run off, right? That is the fifth thing. If you go to any lake, don't rejuvenate, don't get into too much of a depth. Start thinking that it is my lake. Go weekends once, go with family, have your breakfast or lunch there, and you own that lake. Automatically that lake will going to change. Still you have a courage to do something like that, then start dreaming and declaring yourself that I can do so much for nature. Because of that pressure, you will automatically start, achieving it. This is my message to the, people. And also, if you still feel that I don't have time, money, resources, I am filled up with this, just start praying like me kind of people, that let him reach his goal. Right? You pray your God room that let Anand reach 45 lakhs, let Anand make a 21 cities surplus water. So that is also biggest, like a contribution, I can say.
Thank you so much, Anand, for those wonderful words, golden words, very
Yeah.
well said, very good advice for everybody to feel motivated and to inspire oneself and to inspire others. We can now
Yes.
take questions from the audience, and there is
Yeah.
Vishal Gupta who has a question for you,
Yeah.
Anand. And
Yeah.
Vishal says, how can someone get involved?
So one is that we have a social media platform. I have Anand Malligavad. I have got Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, everything, and we update volunteering events. Whenever, see, definitely nobody can do desilting and other thing, because we use high-end equipments and we do that because the time frame. And plantation, none of the equipments can do it. It should be done with love and affection. All the trees should be planted with love and affection with own hand, right? Whatever they plant, I believe that they grow well. So volunteering events, you can come. Maintenance drives, you can come. Cleanup drives also we conduct, like plastic, thermocol plastics, anything is there, you can be involved. Or also, we also keep doing like a crowdfunding platforms and all. So please support through, and introduce your friends that this guy is doing, like, let's all contribute. 100, 200, 10 rupees, 1 rupees, like one rupee, if we contribute 130 crore people, we can have 130 crore. I can do 130 lakes out of it. So it's all possible if we think. And another thing is, like start talking about lakes, because lakes, we thought that they're just dump pad, they're just burying ground. No, lakes are lungs of the earth. Lakes are the, like a place where they recharge our all the aquifers. That is there we get a water. So all these things, as a individuals we can do. And also start going to lake, start bringing people into the lake, and create more awareness surrounding your wherever you stay, anywhere in the planet. You just see that you should start saving lake, start talking about it, start giving more awareness. That is my request to you.
That's nice, Anand. We'll take another question from Ruchika. Ruchika says, did you ever had a second thought about your calling? And how did you overcome it?
There is no second thought at all. Only one thought. One thought is that I did not. I was not a like a popular guy or something that where I can influence through talks, right? See, like celebrities and all, if they talk, people will get influenced. Then I am a village boy. How can I? I am a simple man. How can I? So I started influencing people by my success stories. I tell that, see, listen, this is what one individual can do. This is what I have done. This is what possible. So there is a one thought that where I started myself, and I started showcasing my work, and I will continue to do this until my breath is there. So, for example, up to 2025, I can also able to sustain with like my financial module. After that, I may go back to work sometime. Again, I come back to lake only. So until my final day, lake, forest, water bodies, and afforestation. Only one thought.
A very great thought, Anand. There's a question from Suash. Suash says, how do you ensure that the lakes and water bodies remain clean? I mean, you've cleaned them once, but then they have to maintain, they have to be maintained that way, right? So how do you ensure that?
Yeah. See, generally, most of the lakes, we have created all the, like natural system, like silt. Silt will come and filled up in the lake, where we have created silt traps. There are a lot of, screen barricade we created, whereas plastic thermocol and will not enter into it. So there are a lot of protections we have already incorporated in design. They're working on. There are a lot of things can fly and fall into lake, like plastic, thermocol. We keep, maybe yearly once or thrice we do cleanup drives, right? Through that, with volunteers we clean up. And also nowadays, if you see, people are not making it dirt, because it has become so natural habitat, beautiful, with the grass, lotus, like Miyawaki forest, a lot of fruits, like 23 variety of fruits, medicinal plants, everything we planted. There are a lot of people around the lake. And if you see, from morning to evening, there are about 1 inch to up to 3 feet, 15 kg fishes available in the lake. Surrounding people, they do fishing. Like there is no permission for commercial fishing. Just they put a thread and they catch it. Those fishermen's only protecting it. See, if you throw, they don't allow you, because they are all around, and they are sitting, and they're those fishermen. See, like community engagement, you cannot engage someone without having any benefit to him. So, like lotus is there. Lotus, where we have planted in the like a main bund where people are moving. They just throw the waste covers and all. But these lotus, about 5-6 families are taking care. They pluck the flower, they sell it about 1,000-2,000 rupees they earn every day, and it has become their livelihood. So the moment if you throw the cover, they will catch you. They will ask you, why are you throwing here? Because their lotus will be damaged. Instead of 50 rupees, they get 10 rupees. So like that, I created certain system that where it should run automatically, which you can see in a Kalasnari Lake, in a main road. Yeah. So one is that we are trying to create a culture in such a way that people will not make it dirt, and certain things are thrown, we clean it up, and there is one gardener who take care of it, maybe. So that way, and people also surrounding, they are maintaining it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Anand. Tell us a last few words that you would like to say here today before we close the session. So give us some of your last two words, last two advices before we close for today.
Yeah. My first, I cannot advise, I can request. My first request is from kids to till old age. Please, start spending your time, maybe monthly, 2 hours, 3 hours to the environment, especially lakes, water bodies, and forest. And corporates, I request all the corporates kindly plan your CSR budget for the lakes and forest anywhere in the planet, and river and oceans like wetlands. Please plan. Like authorities, if they are there, authorities, please don't create soup ball as a lake. Please create natural ecological hotspot so that we can save our planet. And please spend your money on water rather than structures, right? So this is the message. And all the students and schools, everybody, I request that please create one of the curriculum as a lake visit. Please go to lake. Please see the ecology and biodiversity of the lake. If it is getting spoiled or something else, please take ownership. Start protecting all the lake across the planet so that we will have a surplus water. And not only for selfishness for humans, like surface water like lake can also sink a lot of carbon, produce a lot of oxygen, and it is developing a lot of ecosystem across, and it create a big microclimate, and it also manage our temperature. That is the request I have.
Thank you so much, Anand. It was an
Thank you.
honor to have you with us today. And everything that you talked about, your experience, your journey, has been so inspiring. And I hope a lot of those people who are hearing us today are motivated to be good citizens and to contribute towards initiatives to think about the environment, to think
Yeah.
about the planet, and to think about Earth. Thank you so much, Anand.
Thank
It
you.
was wonderful
First of
having you
all,
with us.
I would like to say big thanks to Google. I call Google is my guru, not only in this platform. Whenever I do webinar or whenever I go to colleges, schools, everywhere, I tell that where did you learn? Where did you got more exposure? How did you got exposed yourself? So my every moment, morning to till evening, searching lake from Google Earth to, and direction to reach those lakes also, and to get a more info about that lake, and to understand more things about the lakes and other thing. Google tool is helped me a lot. So Google I call as a guru. Google I call as a teacher, which this technology is helping me from day and day out. So thank you, Google, for creating. And today you brought in your platform. I feel so proud and humble to be with you, and also all the viewers. Like thank you so much for you, because you are spending your quality time to Mother Earth to listen my success story. And also thank you, Dimple ma'am. Thank you, Suesh, and other all the Google team who worked behind the screen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.